A year ago, the first group rolled up their sleeves for the COVID-19 vaccine trial in Seattle. Now many of them have signed up to lend themselves to science again, but this time in a booster trial.
Q13's Jennifer Lee checks back in with a network engineer from Bothell who has received a third dose of the vaccine.
We've all seen the CDC-issued vaccine cards, but Neil Browning has one that looks like this and is issued by the NIH. That's because he participated in the Moderna vaccine trial. And if you take a closer look, you'll see he's received a third shot this year.
To make sure that if people need to have boosters come this December when the first public shots were administered for vaccination, that it's both safe and that it brings antibody levels and hopeful immunity back up to the levels you would get after getting your two-dose regimen.
Browning's first two shots were only a quarter of the now current full dose of the vaccine.
While I had very mild reactions, if any, to the first two shots that I had a year ago.
But the third booster shot was a full dose, and Browning developed symptoms similar to what most people are seeing after their second shot: a very sore arm, fatigue, and a low-grade fever.
I was actually very happy about the response because it meant that my body was still very much aware of what the vaccine was and responding to it very aggressively.
Moderna is now in a phase 2 study to evaluate 3 approaches to boosting. Browning says some people in the booster trial received a variant mix in their dose to see its effectiveness against the South African variant.
Every opportunity that this virus jumps from one person to another is an opportunity for a mutation to happen. And we're only one drastic mutation away from it negating all the work we've done.
Appointments for the vaccine trial have taken place right here in downtown Seattle. So this is where participants got their shots and also get their blood drawn regularly so that it can be examined. And now that Browning has signed up for a second year of study, this means he'll continue to spend a lot of time in this building.
To see how my body's ramping up antibody production, that my body isn't having any adverse reactions to having a third booster, a third shot as a booster a year later.
The New England Journal of Medicine published new data this month. It says after 6 months, the Moderna vaccine is still 94% effective in preventing COVID-19.
My hope is honestly that we don't need the boosters and we don't need the variant shots, that we can get this under control globally.
In King County, Jennifer Lee, Q13 News.
Moderna says its teen study of the vaccine is fully enrolled with 3,000 participants ages 12 to 17 in the U.S. The company is currently enrolling for a kids study for participants 6 months to 11 years old.